Good morning, Leila Talibova.
Shalom, Mayor.
Hello. You can hear me well, right?
I can hear you, yes.
Good morning, everyone. All the members of the Homeland Group, Ontario Realtors for Realtors. Every week, we're bringing new guests to enrich us with new information and tools for all of us to succeed and be better professionals. And you know, Leila, why I wanted to talk to you?
Sure.
Because we're partners now for how many years? 2, 3 years.
Yeah, I think 3 years going into fourth year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm always curious. I never actually told you. This is going to be one of my honest conversations. I never actually told you, but I kind of adore you in so many ways. And the reason is you're always calm, you smile, you work hard and play hard, and you take it to the extreme. I see you working really hard, and then you take a 2 weeks vacation and you manage to disappear. And I follow you on Instagram of crazy, amazing vacations and you come back so still smiling, and then suddenly out of the blue when I feel like you don't work at all, you manage to close a mega deal. And then when I ask you about the deal, you always say, well, it was a complicated land assembly deal.
Yes.
And I'm always curious, how do you do that, land assembly? I mean, probably a small percentage of agents does mainly land assembly, right?
Yes, it's definitely a unique skill or, real estate deals.
Like a niche. So let me start with the basic question. How many years are you in the business?
I've been in the business since I was 23, so about 9 years almost.
Okay. And you started with Forest Hill Central, and you started by selling homes, I assume, right?
Actually, no. My first year, I joined the big office in Richmond Hill, and I was there for about a year. I did some real estate deals, but I wasn't feeling, the culture there. And it was, too much of a, big office, and everybody was divided. I wasn't able to see agents, talk to agents. So I didn't feel the energy there, and I started looking elsewhere. And that's how I got to the Forest Hill Central. I got recruited to Forest Hill Central, and I started working in a team. Yeah.
And you were selling homes mainly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
nowadays, I feel, and correct me if I'm wrong, that most of your deals, or a big portion of your deals, are land assembly deals. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure how that happened over time, but
Yeah.
there are more difficult deals, but I have the passion for it, and I love it. So I just, that's kind of my focus now. I think probably 70%, 80% of my deals are now, land assemblies.
So let me ask you a question. Can you please explain to everyone, just in case they're not clear enough, what is land assembly? What is land assembly? What do you do?
So, well, I mean, we all know that, Toronto is a shortage of land for development, for developers to build condos or townhomes. And so, what I look at is basically I put together properties, adjacent properties, could be four, six, could be as big as 12 properties or bigger maybe. And I put it together and it becomes a bigger land. And then the developer eventually gets it rezoned to a higher density than single family homes and develops it to, a nice project, a condo or whatever they get zoning for.
But it may take for years of work to get everyone together, and you probably face some resistance.
For
It,
sure, for sure.
it's a lengthy process. It's unlike getting a listing or working with a buyer, and then within a month or two, you sometimes do a deal. I watch you sometimes work on it for months. It's a challenge. Not everyone can do it.
For sure. I mean, currently, like I have two major deals that I've been working on for a year, and maybe I'm close to the finish line, maybe not, but you got to work on many of these deals for, to keep your focus.
But Leila, each year, since I know you, and I know you now more than the 3 years, I know you from before, each year is a success. Each year you do well. So it's not a luck thing anymore. The first time you do a deal like that, it's a coincidence, you get lucky, but for you, it's a method. It's a way of life now. So when you each year do a few deals, does it mean you have a few deals on the go in the pipe all the time?
Yes, for sure. And since I started focusing on land assemblies, which is I think is about now 7 years. And the more I do it, the more experience I gain and the more confidence I gain. And so now I'm able to also, partner up with other agents that I know that have some skill set to do this. And I'm able to focus on many of them. So I know that, 1 or 2 deals will close that year.
But how do you get it? I want to understand. How did you get the first, what was your first deal? How did you get your first deal done? Let's say I'm a new agent and I want to get into land assembly. What do I do? I want to get into land assembly.
And maybe it was it was by luck, but we all know it's not really luck. When I first started, like I said, I joined the team at Forest Hill Central, and I think I did that for about a year. I was door knocking, and if someone doesn't answer the door, I would leave letters. And so I was doing fine. And then I noticed that, okay, I'm doing better on my own. So I just kind of drifted to do things on my own. And I was farming this area, Bathurst and Finch area. I speak Russian as well. So there's a lot of Russian spoken people there. And I thought, that would be a great way to introduce myself and perhaps, get some listings. So I started farming the area, door knocking and leaving letters. And, and one day I got a call from this gentleman, homeowner. And he said, we have a lot of agents come to our door and approach us to sell our property. But your letter, it stands out. And, we'd like to meet with you. It's actually me and my neighbors that we want to sell together.
So you were not, but let me ask you a question. You were not intentionally sending those letters for land assembly?
No, not at all.
Oh, it was not the intention. You were just sending letters to farm. You were farming the area.
Exactly. I was just farming the area, just to get into the door, trying to get that one listing, and we all know, you get that one listing, then they turn to buyers, and it's just a domino effect. You get the momentum going. So that's what I was doing. And but this call was interesting. So when he mentioned that his neighbors are also interested in selling, I looked into the properties. I looked where it was, and it was very close to Young and Finch. And so Hendon Avenue. And so
I know the area.
Yes. So at that point, I got a bit nervous, of course, right? To meet with, 5 homeowners. It was 5 properties. And so I asked an agent in my office, who's been in the business for a long time. And he also, was a builder in the past. And so I asked him to join me for this meeting. So I don't go alone. So, if they ask me any questions, I have, someone there that knows the answers, right? So we can get this deal and we can close it. So we went together and we met with them, and, and it all sounded so well. We actually signed the listings right there and then, and we had the buyer right there and then, because
we had a buyer who was a developer.
Yes. So the agent that I brought with me, he used to build, so he has relations with, developers, builders. And one of his very good friend was a developer. So we introduced these 5 houses to him, and he puts an offer right away. Obviously, it's conditional, right? He needs to check the zoning and environmental. There are steps to buying land to develop. And that's you know, it was crazy that like how it happened so quickly, and we're so excited, and you know, suddenly our developer client is doing his due diligence, you know, got his planner looking into everything, um, did a survey actually, and went to the city, and the city shut him down. And the city told them, do you know that these homeowners, they've been trying to sell this property for a long time off the market, so it's never on MLS, so we can't see that, and how would we know that, right? So the city said, you know, three of the properties, the back, so the backyard, you know, we have the right to expropriate and take those lands because to build a city public transit. And that's
Wow.
exactly what happened, actually.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, our developer client was not happy with the sellers, and that they didn't, you know, release this information. They weren't honest, and they knew about this as they've approached the city. They've sold this property to other buyers that done due diligence, and they know this is the issue, and they didn't disclose. So our client was upset because he spent some money already, you know, on his planner and surveyor, and that deal fell through. So it was, you know, it was a bummer.
But I sense that you touched the money. You felt like, oh my God, I can do it. I remember when I started the second year, I was very close to making a few very large deals. I didn't make them.
Yeah.
But I sensed that, oh my God, I was so close to making them. I can do it.
Well, imagine, Meir, my second year in real estate, and this listing was about $5.5 million. You know, just like that, and we're representing both parties, so it was big, and you know, it got me excited, and through this.
And you got obsessed. You got obsessed with getting more. I can say this. I watch you, and you're passionate. You're such a unique individual. Whoever doesn't know Leila, you're so passionate about everything you do. So I can tell you when you talk about land assembly, I can see how passionate you are. I know you love it.
Yeah.
But there are two sides to your business. On one hand, you search for land. On the other hand, you probably built up a relationship with developers. Like you have buyers lined up. They probably already call you. I was there in meetings with you when developers tell you, please find us more.
Yes.
So you're developing a database of buyers as well all the time.
For sure. Yes, the relationships, you know, are very important, right? Because, you know, there are agents that also do land deals, or, you know, they come across some properties and, you know, they send it to like my clients. I mean, they're not my clients only, they're developers. They look for any good deal. So they can be working with anybody that brings them a great deal, right? So, but the relationship is important, because with the relationship, I'm able to, you know, dig into, you know, another niche is, you know, bring in pre-constructions to my clients.
Wow. You know? So you can sell them the deal.
Yeah.
And maybe it's the time to mention that you just opened up strategically. We just opened up. We bought a building in Etobicoke, and we're just opening up one of the nicest offices, probably in the west end of the city.
Yeah.
And one of the interesting factors is when you do land assembly, you now also know about the pre-constructions that are coming as a result.
Exactly, yeah.
So if I wanted to get into the business, one way would be joining you, Leila, and saying, can I work for you and be part of your team, trying to help you to get more of those deals?
For sure, sure. So any of our agents in our office, you know, they're looking for pre-construction for their clients. You know, they can, you know, call me, let me know, and I can speak to those developers. If I know those developers, I can speak to them and get them in there firsthand, right? First pick of the floor plans. And that's what I do for my clients that are looking to invest into condos.
So if I work on your team or anything, and I want to get into land assembly,
yeah,
what does my day look like? It's not like selling any or getting any other listings or work with buyers. What do you usually do? You just do farming all day long? Is that how it works?
Yeah, I farm all day long. I mean, like, I do a lot of research. It starts with a lot of research to find the area. I do a lot of research on, the official plans. It changes, the counselors of those areas change the official plans and what they want to see in the future. So right now, it's actually a very good opportunity to do land assemblies because there's been many changes into the official plan, and there are areas that are now high density areas, which was employment areas. So now I'm going after these big deals, and they can range, from 20 to $100 million.
Is that part of the reason why you chose to open an office in Etobicoke?
No, I mean, I got picked to open up an office, and I thought it was a great opportunity for me to do some, the next step, right? And since I've started being a managing partner, I see, the potential, and that's why I'm here, to grow it there.
There is something, I have to tell you the truth, there is something more sophisticated to me about what you do. Because I have a feeling that when you get a first, I would call it a link, a first seller, the first link of a chain, and then you start the next link, I have a feeling that you're doing something that is a little bit more sophisticated, because I've been in a meeting with you with a developer, and you're not just selling the property as, oh, here's the property, here's the size. You actually do research, you learn the potential, and you put a case together, and you come with a whole study telling the developer, it's not just a plot, it's not just the size of the land. You're selling them a story, you're selling them a business case, a business plan.
For sure. You need to get them excited. Like I said, they look at deals all the time and they see these things. I can either shoot them an email or I can call them and talk to them. And, when they hear your voice and they hear, the potential of these lands, they give you another chance to come to their office or, investigate further if this would work for them. But yeah, it does take extensive research on, the zoning and, the precedents in the area, what's going on, you need all kinds of details to, like I said, put together a case so you can sell this to developers.
I love what you do, and you don't have to deal with sometimes with difficult buyers. Sorry, you are.
I deal with many difficult buyers.
No, sorry, I should have said it differently. Less emotion, more business-like. You're dealing more with business,
yes.
Business decisions versus emotional decisions. You don't do open houses on the weekends as much.
No.
You probably don't work as many nights. Okay. Now I mentioned your new office in Etobicoke.
Mm-hmm.
That you're just opening. We bought a building. We're renovating it.
Yeah.
I'm super excited because I know it's going to be one of the nicest offices.
Yeah.
And you're looking to recruit new agents, right? And we're looking for the right DNA. I mean, look at you, you're so different and your personality is different. What will be an agent that you want to join? Because I know you said, Meir, I want my agents to be successful, but being oriented more for being more dedicated, oriented more for success. I want them to work hard and be passionate about what they do and perhaps help you.
For sure.
You're looking at your agents differently than most agents. Your agents are sometimes part of your team in a way.
For sure.
Right?
In real estate, there's endless opportunities. And so I'm looking for, an agent that's, a go-getter that, is passionate about real estate. Because when you have passion and you have love, anything could be possible to make, right? So I'm looking for an agent that, is really interested and is really doing research, comes to me with things. And of course, it's starting a team or, being a new agent, let's say, you don't know where to start, and we do have full support for that. But, I'm looking for that agent that's, going to ask questions and, doesn't need a push, that they're the ones that are, coming to me.
You know what we have in common? We love what we do, and I never feel like I work.
Yeah,
and
it's not work.
And I think we're us, me, yourself, Vicky, Leonard. We are a little bit different in the sense that we choose who we enjoy to work with.
For sure.
And we love what we do.
For sure.
And we're looking for the right agents that are similar to us in the DNA and can add value. That's the truth. That's the bottom line.
And I think like our office is very much like that, and that's what excites me. And then and that's what excites me to create this beautiful office with you guys for these agents, because we all deserve it, and we work hard, and we need to feel good where we work, right? So yeah, I'm excited to show the office to everybody soon, and we're almost at the finish line. It's beautiful, and I love it, and I can't wait for you to see it, Meir.
Of course, I look forward. Maybe it's time also to introduce Levi. I'm going to surprise you a little bit. Levi, I don't know if you can join us.
Hi.
We surprise you. So Levi, for whoever doesn't know, he is the director of our weekly conversations, and Levi does all the marketing for our Forest Hill offices, the downtown, the Etobicoke offices. Each one of our agents, whenever you want to be edgy, a little bit different, a little bit smarter, marketing oriented, we have Levi. Any idea? Do you want to do better marketing for your listing or for yourself? Brand yourself? You have one of the smartest, talented people in Toronto working for our team. So Levi, thank you for putting it all together. You're amazing.
Yes, thank you, Levi.
We don't tell you enough how amazing you are. So we appreciate it, and I personally appreciate it.
And he's our producer.
So Leila, I really thankful. I know you were uneasy about talking in public like that, but you were natural, and I think you're a unique individual, and I think it was important for everyone to meet you.
Thank you.
And this is going to be an exciting year. And
yes, for sure. I'm really looking forward to 2021. We had a crazy year, unpredictable year, 2020. But real estate still continued, and the market is hot, but I'm noticing a lot more now that developers are very much interested in buying right now.
I agree.
We're looking at the immigration rates, and the people are coming here. They're over 1,000 people are supposed to be here in the next few years. So we need condos, we need more development, we need more high density.
And we're getting ready. We're sharpening our pencils, and we see in our office, we see a crisis as an opportunity. And when everyone slowed down, we actually took a step above, and we pushed our limits a little bit, and we went with stronger marketing, recruiting, but we're looking for the right agents.
For sure.
Land assembly, so interesting. Maybe I'll come and help you as well.
For sure.
It does sound exciting.
For sure.
And we all share the passion, and we work hard and play hard, all of us, all the partners at Forest Hill.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Meir.
And you look amazing today, by the way.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Thank you, everyone that was watching us. This is Meir Gluzberg for Homeland Ontario Realtors for Realtors. Have an amazing day, everyone.
Bye for now.